In a shocking turn of events that has left both British media insiders and royal watchers stunned, talk show icon Graham Norton reportedly snapped at Meghan Markle after she allegedly demanded that her podcast, Archetypes, be fully promoted and sold during her upcoming guest appearance. According to reliable sources within the BBC production team, the Duchess of Sussex insisted on full editorial control and extensive airtime dedicated solely to reviving her struggling audio project, leading Norton to vehemently object in what insiders described as a furious exchange. Graham Norton, a respected veteran in UK television known for his composed and witty demeanor, was allegedly blindsided by Markle's bold request. Sources close to the production revealed that prior to taping, Meghan's team submitted a lengthy list of conditions. Chief among them was a demand for guaranteed sales exposure of her podcast, including direct links, trailer playback during the show, and a promotional segment that would amount to an extended infomercial. Graham was absolutely livid, a senior BBC staffer confirmed. He was open to promoting her appearance and discussing her work, but Meghan wanted the entire segment to revolve around her podcast. She even requested that Graham not ask questions outside the scope of her media work. That's not how the Norton show operates. This incident has only added fuel to the growing criticism that Meghan Markle consistently attempts to control media narratives to a degree that many seasoned broadcasters find unacceptable. While she portrays herself as a victim of press hostility, media professionals increasingly view her as a calculated figure who uses her royal connections for personal brand expansion, often without regard for professional norms. From her widely debated interview with Oprah Winfrey to her Netflix docuseries with Prince Harry, critics argue that Markle has continuously curated a selective and self-serving narrative. Now, by attempting to leverage one of Britain's most popular talk shows for commercial gain, she appears to have crossed another line, this time in front of an audience that traditionally values authenticity and sharp wit over scripted publicity. Since its debut, Archetypes has struggled to maintain consistent traction. Despite an initial burst of interest thanks to Spotify's $20 million deal, the platform eventually parted ways with the Sussexes, citing unmet expectations and underwhelming content. Meghan's attempt to rebrand and relaunch the podcast under a new production company has been met with skepticism, with many industry analysts questioning its commercial viability without the Spotify megaphone. According to podcast industry data, episodes of Archetypes saw a significant drop in listener retention after the first 3 episodes. Critics pointed to repetitive themes, lack of depth, and a tone that leaned heavily on grievance narratives. Instead of evolving, the show now appears to be drifting, a fact that perhaps explains Meghan's desperation to inject it into popular platforms like The Graham Norton Show. True to form, Graham Norton reportedly refused to budge. Staff familiar with the episode's taping say that the host made it clear his show is not a PR platform, and any guest, royal or otherwise, must be prepared for a fair and wide-ranging conversation. Norton's principled stance has won widespread praise online, with fans lauding him for standing up for editorial integrity. Social media quickly lit up after leaks of the confrontation made their way to the press. Many Twitter users voiced their frustration, accusing Meghan of being tone-deaf and entitled. Others noted the irony of someone who often claims to be silenced, aggressively attempting to dominate public platforms. While the Sussexes are no longer working members of the royal family, their actions continue to reverberate back in the UK. Palace sources, speaking anonymously, said Meghan's behavior reflects poorly on the monarchy and undermines efforts by King Charles III to maintain dignified international relations. Though Buckingham Palace declined to comment officially, insiders say the optics of this controversy are deeply unhelpful. Meghan's pursuit of media dominance at any cost has long troubled royal aides. Many believe she and Harry have weaponized their titles to enter spaces that would otherwise be inaccessible. The Graham Norton fiasco, they say, is a culmination of unchecked ambition that blurs the lines between royalty and celebrity to the detriment of both. This latest episode adds to a troubling pattern. PR experts note that while Meghan once had significant public sympathy, her increasingly combative relationship with the media is eroding goodwill. Attempts to present herself as a champion of feminist causes and mental health have often been overshadowed by her penchant for controlling the narrative and shutting down dissent. In contrast, Graham Norton's enduring popularity stems precisely from his ability to treat all guests equally, from A-list actors to rising comedians. His refusal to yield to Meghan's demands could mark a turning point in how mainstream platforms handle high-profile but controversial figures. At the heart of this story is a broader question. Should fame, royalty, or victimhood ever guarantee a free media pass? Meghan Markle's aggressive push to monopolize airtime on one of Britain's most beloved talk shows has backfired spectacularly, revealing not only a miscalculation in judgment but a deepening divide between her brand and the public's tolerance for staged self-promotion. As the dust settles, one thing is clear: Graham Norton isn't backing down and audiences are watching more closely than ever. Will Meghan adjust her approach, or will this be yet another chapter in a growing saga of estrangement from the very media she seeks to control? As public scrutiny intensifies, some media analysts are beginning to suggest that Meghan Markle may be approaching a crucial crossroads in her public relations strategy. The backlash following her reported altercation with Graham Norton isn't merely a one-off incident. It may signal fatigue among even her previously sympathetic audiences. The narrative of victimhood, once powerful in the early stages of her departure from royal duties, is increasingly being questioned in light of repeated high-profile disputes. If Meghan continues down this path of confrontational media tactics and excessive self-promotion, she risks alienating the very platforms that give her reach, said Emma Lonsdale, a British media ethicist. It's no longer just about telling her story, it's about dominating airtime in a way that's becoming uncomfortable for both hosts and viewers. Even within Hollywood, where Meghan and Prince Harry have tried to establish a foothold, there are growing murmurs of discontent. A senior executive at a major streaming service, speaking anonymously, admitted there's a sense that the Sussex brand is exhausting to manage. There's always a demand, always an angle, always a limit on what can be asked. That's not sustainable. Graham Norton has remained characteristically silent on the matter publicly, a move that many see as a testament to his professionalism. However, insiders confirmed that the episode in question was heavily edited, with portions of the interview trimmed down significantly, an unusual decision for the usually free-flowing show. Whether this will finally push Meghan Markle to recalibrate her approach to media engagement remains to be seen. But one thing is undeniable. The tolerance for unchallenged self-promotion, even from former royals, is wearing thin. And in this latest standoff, Graham Norton may have quietly drawn a line that many in media have long wanted to see.